Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're starting with a bare face. Actually no, bare eyelids. I did my full face of makeup off camera. The reason I have my eyelids bare is because we're going to be playing with an eyeshadow palette that I just got in the mail and I'm really excited. So this is the Bperfect Manifest Dream Big palette. It looks like this. So I recently just bought this palette. I hadn't bought any palettes in a while, and I have mentioned in my channel before that I don't like to buy too many palettes because then I forget about the ones I do have. But this one was just too pretty and I can see myself using a lot of these colors. Like, I feel like this palette is really going to push me to be more creative with my eyeshadow, and I do kind of want to do more colorful looks. So yeah, we're gonna be playing with this palette, testing out the formulas. This is the first time I've tried this brand. Okay, sorry if the camera angle keeps switching. My family just arrived from work, so the house is a little bit chaotic now. So yeah, we're gonna be testing these formulas out, and I could even do some swatches on it. So the main theme for this video is to create two beautiful eye looks, two colorful eyeshadow looks. So yeah, if you want to see what I can come up with and how this palette performs, then just keep on watching. So I hope you guys can't hear like the person that's mowing their lawn. They chose to do that right now. Like, literally as soon as I pressed record, 5 seconds later he started his machine thing, his lawnmower. Okay, so I'm glad that I see a base shade in this palette, because whenever I travel I always like to have one palette that has a base shade. But if not, I mean, I have other powders that I could use. So I'm gonna start by setting my eyes with the shade 90s. I don't know if I can insert a picture because this palette is pretty big, so I feel like it's kind of a hassle to keep pointing at the shades on camera, but okay. The shade 90s, just in case, is right here. And it's kind of like, it's not exactly a white shade. It's kind of, it has like a grayish undertone to it. So I'm just using this shade because I don't want to put my eyeshadows on an oily eyelid. I mean, I guess you can go in with primer, but I'm not going anywhere, so I don't want to waste my primer. And I'm just going to use this Profusion brush, which is the one I use for all my eyeshadows. It's my favorite one, and it's the softest brush, and it's double-sided. So I did kind of want to swatch some shades first, even though I already did. Like, as soon as I got it, I have to swatch this palette. I don't even know if it's going to focus. So this is the Journey shade that I did want to use. It's one of the ones that impressed me. This is the other one. The texture is definitely different. It's a lot softer. So this one is a shade Anne. This one is called Lily. Okay, then we have Hope, which is really creamy. Like, this almost gives me the feel of that Huda Beauty palette with the like pearls and then the clear on top. That's what it kind of feels like. And let's swatch Insta. Insta is kind of like silver, but it has like pink to it. It looks bad on my finger, but I can't dig in because of my nail. So I'm not swatching I don't know how to say that word, but I'm not swatching all of them because there's too many shades, but I'm swatching the ones that kind of called my attention. Let's swatch Believe, which is a green. And we could do some mattes. We have the shade Stories, which is a shade I definitely want to use today. And let's swatch Macaroni. These look really, really reflective. I really like that there's some neutrals here as well. So if I was traveling with this, I can create a neutral look. And this is so creamy. This is called Bundy. And let's do one more. let's do, I don't know, I'm just more interested in the shimmers, so that's why I just keep swatching shimmers. But I did swatch the mattes and they're really creamy and pretty. So this shade is called Shrek. It's like a green, wow, like an olive green, and that's so creamy. I'm just gonna insert like the swatches on my arm. Okay, so now that I have swatched the shades, we can actually start applying these to my eye. So I'm gonna start off with the shade called Bondi, which is more like a yellowy orangey, and pack it on my eye crease, and then take the Profusion brush and blend the edges. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of the shade Triple, which is more of a brown, and I am gonna use the interesting shade, so I just want to kind of have a base right now. Take the Profusion and blend it, and I am mixing both together. I'm not doing like an ombre effect. So there is a little bit of like kickback on the pan, but I really don't mind it. Okay, and now I do want to go in with that teal shade. Okay, so I'm gonna take the shade called Stories, which is that teal color, and pop it on. Wrong brush, let's just go with the little one. Okay, so basically it's a bunch of blending out, especially that edge. You just have to keep packing and blending. It's not patchy. I don't see any patchiness, so that's good. I'm just not in love with the color combination I used, because it did kind of turn, I don't know, maybe it'll look good at the end. But the eyeshadows, they blend easily. It was just the colors I chose. So now I'm going to go in with the shade Journey, which is that pretty reflective teal that caught my attention. You could cut your crease, but I really don't want to do that. Oh, that's pretty. I'm not sure it applies very well with the brush though. So it applies better with your finger. Always wanted a shade like this, and I don't have anything like this in my collection, which is why I decided to buy this palette. Okay, I kind of like it. It's just a little intense. I didn't want it to be too intense, which is why I added that kind of like orange. So now I'm just going in with the shade Stories and just blending it in. Now we're going to move on to the other eye. For this eye, I'm going to do it a little bit more pinky purplish, because I really want to use that like that shade called Anne, which is more of like, I wouldn't say duochrome, but it has like pinks, purples. It has a shift to it. So I am going to start with the shade called Positive. Wait. No. Let's not do Positive. Let's do Sneak Peek. So I was going to do it like pink purple, but I think instead I'm going to do peachy pink with burgundy. I don't know. We're going to see. I just feel like I use purple and pink combined all the time, so I want to use pink with something else. And this shade is really pretty. It's like a peach. I hope I'm close enough to the camera. I didn't even think of that. This is like a pinky, but it's more neonish, I think. This is pretty. Once again, I don't have any shades like this in my collection. I have actually this neon palette which has peaches in there, but it's not like this one. This one seems to be like really wearable. And that's why I love to buy palettes that are actually new colors. So I actually have seen YouTubers, well, I saw 1 or 2 YouTubers use this palette, and that's the reason I bought it, because when they showed the colors, they were so pretty and I wanted to try them myself. Okay, we're going in with the shade Lele. It's like a bubblegum pink kind of, and I'm gonna apply it right under the peachy one. But yeah, basically what she said in her video was that the palette was a bit like, the shades were pretty but they were a little disorganized, and I do think that's true. Like if you look at it, it's a bunch of shades kind of like in no specific order, which it can make it kind of hard to think of looks, because when you look at it, it can be a little stressful. So I do agree with her. I think they should have organized it a little bit more. Like most palettes, when you look at them, you can look at a row and think of a look in that row, which I mean, you probably could, but not really. Like this row right here, you could do like a purple kind of, but then this row right here, I feel like that teal here, burgundy, gold, it wouldn't go together. So it is a little bit mixed up, but I still think it's really pretty, and it's really gonna push you out of your comfort zone to try new looks. And I also do like that they included a like brow highlight shade and an inner corner shade. I feel like a lot of palettes don't have that, and it's basically gonna match with everything, and I will be using that in the end of the look. For this side, I do want to try a halo eye look. So I'm gonna take the burgundy color that I was talking about, which is called Squad. I never do my eye looks too dark either, so this is different. So it's not like a super, I feel like it looks darker in the pan than when you actually apply it to your eye, which is perfect for me because I don't like to go super dark. But there is a black shade in here that you could probably darken that up with. I'm just not gonna do that. Now I'm gonna take my brush and blend out the edges. And then if we need to darken it, we'll just go back in and darken it more. I feel like in the pan it looks a little bit more red, and then on my eye it looks a little bit more pink. But I don't really mind it. Once again, you can go in with concealer to apply it here in the middle, but I'm lazy and I don't want to. Most of the time I don't use concealer when I apply glitters or shimmers. So that's why I want to test it just the way I would usually use it. And that's gorgeous. Probably with concealer it would pop more, but like even without it, it's really popping right now. That's so pretty. Once again, I'm gonna take my brush for the like closer to my eye. See, I didn't really pick it up. The blue shade and this shade are very different. So I didn't think it was, yeah, it's not picking it up. If anything, yeah, no. Like on your finger, it's really pigmented and really buttery. On your brush, it's not gonna pick it up. I'm gonna put on some mascara and finish up the lower lash line, and then we'll be done. Okay guys, so I went ahead and finished the eye look. I hope I was close enough for you guys. If I wasn't, please let me know so I can improve that in my videos. But this is the final look on both eyes. So we have the more teal blue and the more pink duochrome. I don't know if it's a duochrome. I mean, oh, it does say. Probably should have done this at the beginning of the video, but I was excited to like play with the colors, so I didn't. But okay, so there's 35 shades in total. 19 were matte shades, 13 shimmers, ranging from rich pressed pigments, super sparkle shadows, stunning duochrome. Okay, so it is a duochrome. Yeah, I could kind of tell. Duochrome foils, 1 matte cream shadow, smoky shadow base, which I did see that one in the palette actually. I'm pretty sure it's this shade right here called Boss Man. When I swatched that, not in the video, but like separately, I could tell that was like a cream, but it wasn't a shimmer, so that's interesting. And then in one shimmer gloss shadow shimmer gloss topper, which I'm assuming that's the shade that I said was kind of similar to the Huda Beauty one, which is this one right here, and it feels super creamy. I even feel like that's a cream, like it could be a cream highlighter if it wasn't rose gold. I mean, maybe you could make it work, I don't know. I actually wanted to use that shade I said that was perfect for like the brow bone. It's this shade right here. I'm just gonna take that real quick and just apply this right here. Oh my goodness, that is so pigmented. I think I'm just gonna keep the brow bone the way it is, because that's already really, like, I already have a lot of shimmer going on. And this is the way the look turned out. I really recommend this palette. I think it's amazing, and I mean, obviously you can mix up so many more colors. There's many more colors in here that I want to play with, including I want to try a more neutral look, but I think this palette is great. I actually feel inspired to create so many different eyeshadow looks, and that's really what I do want, because like I am into all this makeup, but I do want to push myself out of my comfort zone a little bit more. And I actually have the Club Nebula palette that I haven't gotten around to using yet, but I do want to create more looks with that. So if you want to see an eyeshadow look with the Club Nebula palette, then let me know down in the comments and I'll definitely do that. But yeah, this was what I came up with. I want you guys to tell me which eyeshadow look you like better. Do you like this one? Is this the blue one? I think this, yeah. Do you like the blue one? Do you like the more pinky one? Let me know down below. That concludes this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it so I know that you like these kinds of videos and I can film more videos like these with different eyeshadow palettes. I have many ideas for my channel. I will see you guys in my next one.